Maplehurst Correctional Centre here in Milton is dealing with a massive outbreak. The Ministry of Labour issued 9 unsafe work orders to this correctional facility and 1 nearby. Advocates say the government isn't doing enough to protect inmates and staff behind these walls.
I think they're counting on people to be complacent and not care about people that we've criminalized and incarcerated.
As of yesterday, Maplehurst was dealing with 186 positive cases among inmates and 52 cases among staff. Vanier, a correctional facility for women which is nearby, has 28 active cases among both inmates and staff. Ministry of Labour inspectors made several field visits, and the orders obtained by CityNews found screenings weren't being performed properly for staff entering the facility. Social distancing measures weren't in place for the staff lunchroom. Some high-touch areas weren't being regularly cleaned or disinfected, among other concerns.
I've been crystal clear. I don't give a damn who the employer is out there. We're going to hold them to account.
An inmate at Central North Correctional Centre in Penetanguishene, who didn't want to be identified for fear of getting into trouble, says the conditions inside correctional centres have gotten worse during COVID.
They don't allow us to have showers on a regular basis. When we're locked down, we don't get showers. They'd rather give us phone calls than keep our hygiene. There's a number of people here that are asthmatics, so it's causing a lot of stress. Anxiety is going up.
Lockdowns are a common practice when there is an outbreak. It's when inmates are bound to their cells for 23 to 23 and a half hours a day, only let out to make a call or take a shower. Experts tell us that's psychologically damaging to people.
This is not a recipe for public safety when most people will eventually return amongst us in the community to live, having endured the violence of imprisonment and the violence of these COVID restrictions that we're seeing, which include things like lockdowns and getting cut off from personal visits and other deprivations.
Justin Pichet adds while inmates and staff are dealing with outbreaks inside these jail walls, the spread can easily come outside and very quickly become everyone's problem.
Those staff members go back to their families. They go back to our communities day in and day out. And so when we have COVID behind bars, it can easily spread outside of them.
The Ministry of Solicitor General has until next week to comply with these orders. We reached out to their office and they say they have made a number of operational changes over these past few months, including more screening and testing, housing newly admitted inmates in a separate area from the general population for 14 days, and they require all staff to wear masks and appropriate eye protection while in the facility.